Usually the final most challenging component to recover is full plantar flexion, so striking the ball in plantar flexion or plantar flexion and in inversion. So initially I may have a patient just start to gain some range and flexibility by sitting back on their foot to a tolerated position and potentially holding that for just a little while. Then I'll progress the athlete into a plantar flex position, so they're actually in this position and they're pushing with an isometric and holding for a minute or so, multiple times, to a position here where we're plantar flexing into the true stretch, much more aggressive strike position, winding up the quad, driving the foot down, and again holding multiple reps until we gain more tissue capacity and less pain. We can then begin very simply with the foot solo by striking the ball, having it come back to our chest every time, and just working on, as you can see, a full plantar flex strike, so that the foot is pointed, plantar flex, we strike it down, and we're working on that control. If that is pain-free, we can now introduce a turn, volley, and strike. Notice at each phase that the turn and then off the chest, that we're going to land on this left foot and look nicely plantar flexed and loaded up to strike through the ball. If all of those are tolerated, we can just now start to rhythm, chest, strike, chest, strike, chest, strike. You can see really nice way to constantly begin integrating the foot solo with spark motion into an ankle recovery. And then finally, the two most challenging probably is an outside of the foot strike, bring it back to the chest, and just work on that practice outside of the foot strike. So plantar flexed and inverted. And again, that's very difficult post sprain, so works quite well. And then if you want to work on a cheeky turn, an outside of the foot turn, so we're just going to finalize it, turn, control, bring it back across. And these are really tail end stuff with the ankle, because remember, we started from avoiding plantar flexion inversion and doing dorsiflexion and eversion to finally facilitating a loaded and striking of the ball in a plantar flexion everted position. So I hope that gives you some fun ideas using spark motion and foot solo.